part of you, you are very angry. Someone offend you, you want to fight, you want to, you know,
Yeah.
hurt that person, you want to do whatever to that person.
Yeah.
That part of you that is angry, that part of you that does not, you know,
It's
have
not.
pity or whatever,
Mm.
that part of you can be used by the evil one.
Yes.
So it means that that person have created a space for the devil to walk on,
To infiltrate.
to infiltrate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now that part can be used by the devil. You begin to see yourself having trouble with everybody. Somebody just talk to you, say, oh, how can you do that? No, 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 no. And before you know it, you have issue with Mr. A. Then tomorrow you have issue with Mr. B.
Yeah.
Next tomorrow you have issue with Mr. C.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that aspect of you becomes a pain, a burden.
Yeah.
But if you are a child of God and you have decided to do away with those things, you have decided to follow the command of God,
Yeah.
you have decided to avoid most of those things, you will notice that your movement will be ordered by God, which is the word of God.
Yeah.
Because God and his word is the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay? And you remember last time I asked you, that boy who went to steal, did God speak to them? Did God